Hi, I'm Mr. Jacob and I work for the Kansas City, Kansas Public Library at the Turner Branch, and today we are going to do science experiments. Now, the experiment I have for you today is we are going to put this through a balloon. Now, what you need to do this experiment is you need a balloon, you need this, and just to help a little bit, I've got some vegetable oil, and I'll explain that in a second. Now, as always, make sure you have parents with you whenever you do any experiments, especially things that involve sharp things like this. And be sure to be safe. And, also, it's just more fun when you have adults helping with you. You share in the family experience of doing these experiments. So, I'm going to take a balloon, blow it up. Think that'd be good. This may pop. We'll see. I might have to do this a couple times. Okay, so we got our balloon. We got this. I'm going to set this here. Now, I don't need to use a vegetable oil for this, but I am going to take some vegetable oil to make it just a little easier, because otherwise we might go through a lot of balloons. So, that's good. And I am just going to coat this. Just helps when we do this. Okay, so I'm going to put this through here. Here's hoping it works. Okay. This is always the hard part. Come on. And there we go. We got the skewer through the balloon. So I'm going to explain exactly what's happening here. Now, you may see magicians do this trick from time to time. It isn't magic. It is actually science. And basically, what is happening here is something called polymers. So everything's made up of molecules. And these molecules are polymers. And what that means is they're molecules that stick together. They make like a chain. And when you stretch them out, hold on a sec. Sorry about that, someone's speeding by. So, when you stretch out the polymers, they don't, instead of breaking, they just stretch. So when you blow up a balloon, you're taking those molecules and you're stretching them out. Now, if I were to take this and let me blow up another balloon real quick. Actually, here. Let me give you an example here. When we blow up the balloon, right now all the molecules are like this. They're not stressed out. They're not pulled on. Now I've drawn dots on this balloon to show you what happens when you blow it up. So, get that tied up. A little harder to see, but you can still see the dots. You can see one there and there and there, but they're more faded because they're stretched out. Now, when you look at this balloon, you can see there's a couple spots that are actually dark. Those are areas that did not get stretched out. So if I were to take this needle and go through the side, right now all these polymers are stretched out at the most they can. If I tried to stick it through here, it pops. Now, the reason this didn't pop is because I went through the dark spots, which are the areas that are not stretched out. They have the least amount of tension on them. So instead of breaking those polymer chains, they just kind of wrapped around it. There was not as much stress. Now, if I put a piece of tape on the side and then stuck this through there, I could probably get it through there without breaking it because that tape is helping hold it down. So, you guys are welcome to try this with an adult. See if you can get it done. I used these sewing needles, crochet needles, I'm sorry. They're kind of dull and they work just as well. Just be very careful. So thank you guys, and I will see you again for another experiment. Bye.